Hey, what's up?
Welcome recently. If you
Yeah,
just confirm, was it yesterday that I admitted you or
yeah, it was
today?
yesterday. It was yesterday.
Amazing, amazing. Where are you joining us from?
The United Arab Emirates.
Awesome, awesome. So you submitted a clip of Karting Town you wanted to go through later today?
Yes, I did.
Superb, superb. Let's go to Jacob. What's up, Jacob?
Hello,
Welcome to Track Help. Where are you joining us from?
from Czech Republic.
Amazing. And you also new to the academy, right? You joined maybe yesterday?
Yeah, not yesterday, but like a week ago or something, probably.
Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome. Did you have a track map or some video footage you wanted to go over?
Yeah, track map and footage that's not mine.
All right. Just be sure in the
It's on
academy
the
page.
it's on the school website.
Jacob, I got it. I got it there. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
the first one actually to admit from last week. What's up, Muhammad?
Hello, yeah. Hello.
What's up, Muhammad?
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm from UAE,
Awesome, awesome. What's your local track?
Karting Town and Dubai Card Room. Sometimes
Awesome,
I'm not
awesome.
gone there yet.
Similar to Hassan then, yeah?
Yes,
With
yes, yes.
Karting Town. Super. Do you have any footage or track map you wanted to go over to today?
I mean, I'm still new to karting, so I've not really gotten a camera yet. So I'm planning to get like pretty soon.
Yeah, no worries. If you have any questions and all in between the reviews, we can take your questions if
Yeah.
you have any.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe take a look at one of your tracks. All right,
Yeah.
guys, we got a packed session today. Really looking forward to it. And just sharing my screen over here. So what we do in Track Help is try to go through at least 5 different submissions. Hopefully, keep it within an hour or so. Do it in chronological order. So we'll go with Jacob first. We'll go on to Hassan after that. Marcel as well. You've got some more footage actually, Marcel. I just noticed you submitted.
Yeah, it's a funny, stupid newbie mistake.
And no worries. And I'm forgetting Harry. What's up, Harry? Welcome back.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute my mic. Hello, yeah, it's been
I
what-
missed you there. What's up, Harry?
not much really. I've just been not really much.
Well, you got some Club 100 footage, which hopefully we can go through later in the session today. How does that sound?
Yeah, but it was pretty fun to be fair. And a big weird crash actually.
Okay, that was your last round. I think that took place at the weekend. Is that right?
Yeah, yesterday.
That's it. I saw the Alpha Live come up in my feed, and I took a look. I said, that looks very familiar. So it turns out it was your race after all, I guess.
Yeah.
Harry, we're going to come to you hopefully after we do Jacob, we do Hassan and Marcel. And let's get right into Jacob. So just sharing my screen over here. Jacob, have you joined Track Help before?
No. I'm first time here.
First time. You know, I think it was somebody else then from Czech Republic who
Yeah?
joined.
Was that?
Very similar track. I think it was weeks back. I'm pretty sure it was this track as well. I'm pretty sure it was this track. Maybe Marcel, you might remember. It was some time back
It's
now.
absolutely the same.
Can you please stop the video for a while?
Sure. I'm just gonna go through the footage just so we get familiar with it. But go for it.
Yeah,
Where did you want me to stop?
like it's not my video. It's slightly faster time than me. It's almost a second faster.
Gotcha.
And later I want to show you the map and where I'm a bit struggling. And
Perfect. Well, what I'm gonna do is go through the lap so we can get familiar with it. And then I'm going to go over to some specific questions for you. So, how long have you been driving at this track? That's the first thing.
I think 2 years, but the track has changed like 7 months ago. The complete layout has changed.
I was going to say, even the last person who submitted this footage of this track was saying they changed the layouts. And how regularly do you go? Every week? Every month?
We don't have that much money, but basically, when I can, I go there, and it's like I would say, every third week.
Okay.
They now closed. I will have SWS race there,
Nice.
but they have now closed or already.
Is it too cold? Or is it just like
They just don't have open in like winter.
Ah,
That's it.
okay.
Just
I
in the
guess
winter.
it snows there, right? In Czech Republic.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
we have snow there.
Yeah, definitely. So I can understand why they maybe don't want to run outdoor karting. But no, that's fine. So you're going about, let's say, once every 3 weeks, 4 weeks. The key thing with improving anyway is track time. Track time is key. And the thing is, you're going for, SWS races. So you're not only doing practice sessions, but then you're putting yourself in a race. How does it work, the SWS there? Is it for best time or?
No, no. It's 15-minute long race.
A 15-minute long race. So you do like qualifying
And
before that, or?
there are 3 15-minute long races which have that are divided to faster and slower group. So
Mhm.
in total 6 15-minute races, and there are also randomly divided groups, total 6 of 5-minute qualifying sessions, which each are for one race only.
Okay, excellent.
Oh,
So do you just?
I'm sorry. No, there was only once I was racing one time there, and that was like an exception where then there
Yeah.
were 3 races, but most times there are just 2 races.
Gotcha. No, that makes sense. Let's just quickly go over your track map then. And this is, a unique track is very close to the public road. It's quite literally outdoors. And it's all, I'd say this is like an indoor configuration on outdoors. Straight away, it's just made up of lots of hairpin turns, which makes it challenging. Which parts are you still trying to improve on?
Okay, so it's gonna start from the beginning.
I think here, right? Is this the start line?
No. Like there is literally just a line on the yes.
That one. That's it.
That's
Start line over here. So technically, this is turn 1.
Yeah.
What I like to do with tracks is basically break it down into sectors. So split into 3 parts. You can say this is sector 1, and then you can say the pink is let's say sector 2. Sector 2 can even be this part, and then the blue, let's say, is sector 3. So looking at the 3 different colors, yellow, pink, blue, which parts are you good at? Which parts are you?
I think when we divide it into corners, I'm struggling a bit with the third turn with the long turn.
Let's count. So this is the first corner.
Yeah.
Turn 1, turn 2,
Yes.
and then turn 3. Let's say
After the long
turn 3 into turn 4. Basically, turn 4.
Like the combination.
Yep.
I'm struggling with where to be on full throttle, where to lift, and where to brake in that corner.
Okay,
That's what
for
I'm
this corner.
struggling with.
We go back to our footage then and just remove our track map. So you're basically referring to this part of the track. You're carrying lots of speed. You can even see the driver we're watching. He likes to duck his head. Bit of human DRS there. It's the only chance you get to go almost flat out. And this corner is difficult because it turns from right to sharp right.
I hate that corner. So
whenever you think about this corner, think about, how can I accelerate out of the turn? How can I be fast on the exit? Because it's easy that you can come 100% speed, and then suddenly you have to brake and you have to turn, and then before you know it, it's a very sharp turn. You've lost all your speed. So just by the looks of this footage, I just want to see a couple of things. Number one, where this driver is braking. This is obviously a braking point. If you watch his left foot, what's going to happen, it gets cut off because of the camera angle, but you can just tell in slow motion. Watch his left foot, keep watching. Boom.
I am not braking there. That's interesting. I didn't notice, but
You're not braking. Okay. Honestly, just by looking at the tightness of the corner and how much speed you're carrying on entry, this does require braking. Just because
no, but I don't talk about like the sharper, but when the corner starts, I'm not braking there.
gotcha. Based
but-
on what the driver's doing over
okay.
here, this is obviously one of the fast.
I'm gonna try that. Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the fastest laps. Just by looking at what he's doing, he's using one of these lines as a reference for braking. Basically, at the second white line, he's braking. And what do you notice? How early that white line is in relation to the corner? Very, very soon. So what he's trying to do is sacrificing the time on entry. Number two, look at his entry. He's keeping lots of space to the inside. In other words, it's a wide entry. It's coming from the outside, making the corner as wide as possible. So from the outside, he's done his braking early, and now, if you watch his right foot before the apex, he's starting to up that accelerator. He's not flooding the engine 100% directly. He's building up slowly, 50%, 60%, 70%, and more importantly, at the corner, he reaches an apex. So he's closing the distance to the corner. He's staying right. Watch his steering wheel. Because it's a very tight corner, you have to keep on rotating the kart. Although you want to use your brakes to maybe turn, here it's just so sharp, you have to manually put a bit more input in. And that sets us up for the next corner. So
Can I speak now?
go for it.
So like, if I understand it correctly, I have to brake as the corner starts, then go again on throttle, and then again.
Brake. I do brake and then slowly apply the throttle. Only do it one time for each. So for example,
like,
we're coming. Yeah.
As the wider corner starts, I'm gonna to brake.
Yeah. What I do over here, you see how the corner widens up?
Yeah.
And look about here. If you don't want to start so early with braking,
No.
Go a bit later.
I'm talking about like as the straight ends. Do I have to brake there as the straight ends, or
see, it's on feeling. It's about the grip.
because
But
I'm not braking here, but I'm just lifting here.
Yeah, if you look at the driver on board, he's very confident in the car. You can see that he's actually going flat out. You see this first right? His right foot is on the gas.
That's what I'm doing. So like I should do flat out and on the end, like brake early on the tight corner.
Exactly that. So what you want to do is go flat out for the first part. And the actual hairpin, if you notice, we know the hairpin is coming close because of this white line. As you cross the white line, so warning, let's start to brake. Although you're going to be braking here, be wary of your entry. Make sure you're wide. It's a very tight corner.
Yeah.
So you leave that space over there. If you end up too tight, then the whole corner becomes tight, then your exit becomes low. It messes you up.
But like I have one that's a bit issue on the home track.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cars just they don't rotate on the brakes. They understeer on the brakes.
That's interesting.
That's
what you got to do then is probably brake earlier and brake harder. You see, with any kart, the harder you press it, it's eventually going to lock up. Some karts, you got to press the brakes harder.
So I have to like actually lock up the rear tires.
Exactly that, and do that slowly. Don't go 100% straight away. Otherwise, you spin immediately, and then you lose your confidence. Go at 70% pressure, 80% pressure, 90%, and then when you feel you're on the limit, then you know you found the limit of braking, basically.
Okay. Because like almost all the cars there, I feel like they just understeer under brakes, but like it shouldn't, right?
Yeah, you see, understeer under brakes can also be track conditions. If you look at the climate as well, especially when it's cold, the tires just don't respond. So there's different factors, but generally, to get rotation in a car, press as hard as possible. It will lock up because the brakes are only at the rear in a car. And if you're suffering with understeer, try to brake earlier and turn sharply. You know, sometimes you can't
Yeah.
be too relaxed and smooth with your steering. If it's understeering, you got to be aggressive. You got to
Okay.
push hard to rotate.
Okay.
Which other corners as we've tackled this one? Let's just
Like
go back. to-
so go on the map, please.
Let's go to the map.
Yeah. So like the count do please the counting of the turns.
All right, so we're at turn 4, which is over here. This is turn 4. Then we have turn 5. Then we have turn 6. You can say turn 7.
Yes, turn 7. Yes.
Turn 7. Awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how wide I should exit the corner.
Mhm.
How wide should I exit the 7th turn to the other hairpin?
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Well, if you look at that corner, turn 7, and you've got to take turn 7 and turn 8. Turn 7 and turn 8 is basically a double hairpin. So
Yeah.
what you're trying to do over here is be fast out of turn 8.
Yeah.
So what you will have to do for turn 7 is probably do a bit of braking and sacrifice a bit of time on entry. Now, going back to our driver with a quick lap, let's just watch what he does. So he's going through turn 6 now. And now he's coming on to, sorry, this is turn 6, the right. Going on to turn 7, watch his right foot, 100% on the gas. Keep watching his left foot now.
Yeah. That in this corner you brake definitely. It's
Exactly.
impossible. Yeah.
First thing, brake and turn. That's what this driver is doing to induce some rotation. Second thing is, look at the space he leaves to the inside. He's very wide on entry. For the double hairpin, you have to make the corner as wide as possible. He's done his braking early, and now watch his right foot. Before the apex, he is already applying some gas.
Okay.
What he's done over here is gone for, I'd say, a mid to late apex. He didn't really hit the apex that time, but he's prioritizing the second apex. So what he's trying to do over here is get the kart across the track. An interesting line he takes here. He doesn't worry about the right side of the track. So put an X over here. He's focusing in the middle of the track. Remember, you've just braked. You're back on the gas. You're building that speed back up. So there's no need to take unnecessary meters to the right side. Stay in the middle, the shortest path to the next corner. And to the next corner, look, he's a lot closer now to that apex. Additionally, he's probably flat out through the second part.
Like my friend told me he could do this corner flat out, but I always have to brake there. Like,
gotcha. What I want you to do then is for turn 7.
no, not on the first hairpin, but on the second hairpin. I
Exactly.
think I always have to brake there.
So the way you could do that is, number one, for the first hairpin, you must enter wide and you must have a late turn in. So when you do a sharp late turn in after a late apex, basically, you're going to end up on the right-hand side of the track. When you end up on the right-hand side of the track, now the corner becomes a lot wider for you, and it'll be easier for you to take this next corner without braking.
Yeah.
Then, when you become comfortable going wide to the left, no braking, then you do what this driver is doing. You bring it slightly to the middle, slightly to the middle. It's all about confidence in your car. This is a typical corner also where you'd use your body weight. You'd lean actually over here. So as I turn to the left,
I'm doing it in all corners.
amazing.
So,
lean out to the right. That'll really help you to also take it flat out. So for you, start off by, rather than taking the line he's doing, which is tight, go wide. And then you'll be able to take the next corner flat. Which other corners before we round off the lap?
And I'm struggling with basically the same on the second double hairpin. Again, on the first hairpin, I'm struggling with how wide should I go on the exit of the first hairpin.
Okay, so basically over here, right? The first corner.
No. The third double hairpins. Sorry.
These ones, right?
This on the first hairpin of the two.
Amazing.
I'm struggling with how wide should I go on the exit?
On the exit over here of turn 8.
No. On the exit on the on that one.
Okay, the exit over
Yes.
here.
mm,
Right,
yes.
let's watch some footage. Let's see what the driver on board does on this lap. So he exits turn 8, goes nice and wide. Now he's preparing, let's say, for turn 9. Can already tell it's a wide entry he's doing. Sharp turn in. And again, he stays in the middle, but then this time enters slightly wider to prepare for turn 10.
Yes.
Which exit? This exit you're talking about?
No. The exit on the
Previous.
first of the 2 hairpins.
Over here,
On the
yeah?
on the first
Amazing.
one, how wide should I go?
So,
on
so
the
again, this is very, very similar, where wide entry, and you're going for a sharp late turn. So look, he's going deep in the corner. He's going in a straight line. He's almost going to bump into those barriers. And then at the last moment, he turns, brakes
Yeah.
and turns, back on the gas before the apex. You got to go for relatively late apex here. So that will allow you to end up, boom, in the middle of the track. This is basically the middle. And from the middle, to prepare for turn 10, watch his steering wheel. It's still pointed in the left-hand direction. So he's trying to
Yes.
open up the corner.
So I should exit a bit too wide and then like basically go a bit on the other side to
Yep.
be wide.
Exactly. So exit in the middle and then open up for the right-hand
Yeah.
turn. And you'll notice it's a similar trend from corner to corner. These are all hairpin turns. If you look at the track, it will be very, very similar. So, for example, this double hairpin sequence is very similar to this double hairpin sequence. Maybe
Yeah.
you need a bit more braking because you've got a straight that goes up. Anything else before we round off?
Like if like the rotation on the brakes doesn't work, should I try trail braking or something else?
You see, the purpose, the point of hard braking is the way to get rotation in the car. See, trail braking will only slow you down. You got to think of it like that. As in rental cars, especially at this track. I wouldn't be on the brakes too long. What I would advise though, seat position. If you can put your seat closer to the front tires.
Yes, I'm
more weight there.
I'm really small, so it's the closest it can physically go.
Awesome. Then I need you to be very aggressive with your steering inputs. You have to really chuck the cart into the corners, and it will eventually grip. It's all about either tire temperature or simply condition of the front tires when it comes to understeer.
Okay.
Was there anything else before we move on, Jacob?
No, it's all.
When is your next race? When are you going to the track next?
What month is it now?
Now it is November.
Yeah, so 24th November.
24th November. And is that a race again?
Yes, it's right.
Awesome. So what's your best lap time so far at this track?
What it's I'm trying to remember. I think it's 44. I will ask my mom if she does remember.
Okay, but it's 44 something. The point is, try and implement these things that we discussed next time you go. See if it makes a difference, and let me know if you end up improving your lap time. Yeah. Join Track Help again, and let me know how that race goes after the 24th. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jacob. We're gonna move on to the next driver now. Thank you so much for sharing. You can stay on the live meet or you can follow from the live stream. We have got Saad joining. What's up, Saad?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, well, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been a while since I joined these.
It has. And we've got another Saad, actually. Saad Abkari, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Good.
Yeah, how about you, Omar?
Everything is well. We got lots of new members in today's track help. So Saad, you used to race at Karting Town. We got Hassan today, who's submitted some footage from Karting Town. So it'd be nice to get your input as well on there.
For sure.
What we're gonna do, guys, is come on to Hassan's in just a moment. We've had Durek join. What's up, Durek?
Hi.
Durek, where are you joining us from?
I'm joining from Turkey.
You're joining from Turkey. That's amazing. And what's your local track?
It's
Is it
the Uşak karting track.
How do you spell it? T-U-Z?
Uh,
Tuzla?
I'm
Tuzla
just,
karting park?
let me just send a message.
I'm very familiar with the Tuzla track. I believe that's
No,
one of
it's
the
not Tuzla, it's
Okay.
another track.
is another one. No worries. Just try and find the name. Maybe send it to me. I'll take a look. Just whilst you do that, we got Dex in the comments on YouTube. He's saying, I tried to join the group once. I got rejected and then it's banned me now. What's the reason? So what's happened, Dex, is there's lots of spam accounts who obviously tried to join the academy. So we have an automated way to try to filter that. What happens is when people join the academy, they spam, advertisements and things. So what must have happened, your account might have accidentally got rejected. What I do recommend, try and register under your name Dex or something like that, or let me know in the live chat what your new profile name is. I'll admit you in. So as I said, that's not deliberate, but we're trying to control the flow of spam accounts, because there's many spam accounts. Many people are coming onto the group and harassing our members and trying to sell them stuff. So that's not the purpose of the academy. As I said, you probably accidentally got rejected. So don't worry, re-request, send another submission in. Durek, you found the name of the track, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna put that in on map. So this is an outdoor track that you race at?
Yes, it's outdoor track.
Which one is it? 1, 2, 3, 4.
So it should be the first one, the left one,
Supermoto.
far left.
Ah, this is the one. Wow. First time I've seen this, actually. So okay, yes, no wonder. So this is far from Istanbul, right?
Yes, it's very far away.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even locate it at the moment. So do you live in this area? You live near this track?
I live at Kula. It's far away, but we visit Uşak often, so I visit
Amazing.
karting whenever I can.
Amazing. It looks like an amazing track. First time I've seen it. It's your first time joining Track Help as well, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So just to run you through the format, we've got lots of different submissions today. I'll just show you on the screen. We've so far completed Jacob. We're going to move on to Hassan. Then we're going to go to Marcel. And then after that to Harry. Once we finish with Harry, we'll come to you, Durek, and we'll go through your video as well. All right?
You can refresh it. I uploaded new videos.
You did. Awesome. Is that let's just check what link. You got a YouTube link there. Perfect. So I'm going to take a look at that hopefully towards the end of today's session. Yeah.
Okay.
Before we move on, guys, anyone have any questions? I think we've lost. No, Muhammad, you're still there. Muhammad, you had any questions?
Not really.
No worries.
Yeah.
Before we go on to Hassan, just one moment. Dex is asking. Let me try and bring the comment up. Okay. Understands. So should I just create a new account because I can't request anymore? Yes, please. Create a new account and re-request to join. And mention in the live as soon as you request, so I can make sure that you get in. Hassan.
Hello.
We have got Karting Town coming up. Looking forward to this one. And talk me through your feedback that you put. So if I just quickly review your message, you're currently at 110s, and the record is 107. You're not able to find the right line yet for braking and accelerating, and there's a lot more experience. Even some of the corners with a lot of help from experienced drivers. Okay. Correct braking, acceleration, and you've got the line there as well. So whose footage is this, by the way? This is yours.
This is actually my footage from a long time ago, back in August.
Okay. How regularly do you go to Karting Town?
We try to go every week, so every
Nice.
Monday.
Amazing.
But sometimes we can't make it because we go to different tracks in the country.
So you go practice. Do you do any of the SWS races there?
Yeah, I've had 5 SWS races on this track, all in different layouts.
Amazing. And how did those go?
They went well, except for a few which were had bad positions because I didn't know the layout.
Okay. And you're trying to do maybe one a month for SWS?
I'm trying to
How
do as
often
many
is
as I can, really, as many as I can in the month.
Yeah.
However many there are in the month, I'm trying to have all of them. But sometimes we can't. Financial position is not correct.
Have you tried any endurance races?
Never
I know
had
they do.
endurance race.
They did one there recently, I think, a couple of weeks back. That was like a 2-hour or 3-hour endurance.
Yeah, but the thing is, those are insanely expensive. Plus, they've only got
Okay.
2 drivers per endurance race, so you have to split the cost apart from only 2 drivers.
True. That's a good point. I think you normally spend about 400 dirhams for the entry fee in a sprint, right? Sprint race.
About 475.
475. Okay, so they put it up, and then the endurance will probably be 2,500 for a team or
About
3,000.
2,000 for an endurance race.
2,000. Yeah. So you split that, and then it becomes gotcha. Endurance. Yeah. It's worth the experience, once or a couple of times a year, just because you get lots of track time. But the fact that you're doing weekly practice and then you're trying to do races as well is excellent. Track time is key when it comes to learning different lines and things like that. But then you want more focused practice. You saying something?
No, I wasn't saying something. My mic this.
Okay. So basically, there's different layouts at Karting Town. And have you been able to? If I just stop sharing that, put it over here, and then open up your track map. That's perfect. Let's just quickly go through which layout you are basically doing. So if I understand correctly, and just correct me on the way, we basically start from this spot. We got turn 1. And do we go down now to turn 2, down the straight?
Yeah, down the straight and turn to it like that little high-speed chicane.
Awesome. Keep going straight?
And keep going straight until that little S section.
Awesome. Right, left. Is that correct?
Yeah, like that.
Awesome.
Going through to the big hairpin bend, flat out.
Yep.
And then another double hairpin sequence. This one is tricky for me.
Okay.
And then down the straight again until that double S sequence again.
Beautiful, just like that. Saad, this is the one that we covered, right? A few months back.
Yeah, that's the arrive and drive layout, the normal one.
Gotcha. Saad, did you do any SWS races?
Yeah, I've done like 8 of them before I left.
Wow. So did you maybe race with Hassan?
I'm trying
One
to
of the
look
races?
at like my previous race results, which they email, because his voice sounds familiar. Remember the dates you raced on?
The date I don't remember.
You said you were following what?
I think I'm following you on Instagram actually.
Oh, because that name sounds familiar, and your voice as well.
I think you must have raced.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Just going back to the track map then, which corners in particular are you still working on?
So that double hairpin right after the big flat out. Yeah,
This one?
Yeah, this area.
Yep, double hairpin.
This area and you see that? Yeah, this next sequence after those hairpins.
The right, left?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
left.
Anywhere else?
And turn one. Turn one is tricky for me.
Turn one. Gotcha. Let's just go through some of your footage. Although this was inconsistent, you said, where do you think the best lap was during this footage?
The best lap was, I've actually put up a highlights as well with the best lap.
Yep.
But
On your channel?
yeah, on my channel on this page.
You think that's better for lines and things like that to watch?
I think so. I've actually tried going back and just seeing what I've done wrong, just trying
Yeah.
to reflect by myself. I've gotten better. These times were actually 3 seconds off of my times now.
Okay.
So I've got more experience just by
That's
reviewing.
huge. Yeah, that's very, very good improvements. So what we're watching here is old footage or new footage?
Very old footage from August.
Gotcha. Let's go through it nonetheless. Let's basically got a clear lap over here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So basically starting a lap over here now. Turn one. I'm going to come to Saad as well because we had a lengthy chat about turn one. What are you currently doing, Hassan, for turn one in terms of your approach?
So I'm going right up to the end of that what is it, white and red curb. So I'm going a bit off the track, off the limits, and I'm turning in like a late turn in. So
Gotcha.
just I'm not minding this at all. I'm following the outside line and going right to the inside and going outside that curb. So like this.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And cutting
Over
through
here.
there.
Awesome. Yeah, turn one, it's a typical hairpin turn. You got to brief straight after that. The idea you've got there is great. What you're trying to do is go for a slightly later apex. Have you experimented using some of making the track even wider and maybe using some of these lines outside green?
I haven't thought of that.
I believe the footage, I mean, we'll try and bring up some footage from, might as well just do it now as well. It is, who was it? Karting Town. So he's one of the top drivers there. They were doing like a sprint race. Was it Hugo? No, it was, it was Sanira. So Sanira basically is one of the drivers in a battle with, you might even see yourself over here. Yeah, this is the line we were watching. These are basically some of the top guys. Do you know Hamadi, Leroy?
I know Hamadi. I actually raced with him just on Friday.
Yeah, he's top guy there at at Karting Town. They won the last endurance, I believe. Is that right?
They did. They win a lot in like the Red Bull of our Karting Town track.
Yeah. Top team. So these are some of their lines. It'll be interesting just to compare very briefly as well. Let's just find the start of the lap. Yeah, over here. Oh, okay. That's not ideal. Boom. This is the shot. Turn one. What these drivers are doing, they're following the outside white line. It's an interesting line the driver in front is taking. What he likes to do is go 2 wheels over the outside onto the green. He's going for that same sharp late turn-in that you're going for. And if you notice, he skips the early part of the corner and he tries to go for a late apex. Could have been a bit close on that time. What he does do, though, and maybe this is because they're in a race, they have to stay within track limits. So I guess they were penalizing people for going out. I don't know how it is in SWS nowadays. Do they penalize you for going out?
They give you warnings, and if you do it enough times,
they do. Yeah. So just trying to avoid that, and to make it easier and to not even get in that situation, widen up your entry. And by widening up the entry, I mean 2 wheels over the white line. Go for your same sharp late turn-in. In terms of braking, whereabouts are you braking for this corner?
Just at the first bend point.
Okay. So just after.
Just after the curve.
Yeah. Just okay. So you're doing a nice and early brake as well. Yeah, that's the key. You don't want to go too early here because the corner is still quite deep, but then you don't want to go too late because you want to accelerate through the corner. About there or thereabouts it should be fine. As long as you're able to accelerate through the turn, try to get relatively close to this apex.
And turn in as late as possible as well.
Yeah.
Because
what's your
one thing I struggled with is I'd brake right after the rumble, and I'd be turning while I was braking. And then what I started doing is I kind of like go into the corner deep, brake, and then turn, and kind of go like a slingshot. So you go deep and then you come out, and you start turning after you brake instead of braking and turning.
Yeah,
that's what helped me on this corner.
It's quite a long corner. So it goes right and then it goes into the tight right over here as well.
And the braking is different as well. So it's more of like a trail brake than a threshold brake where you just brake once. It's more of like you tap the brake a little bit and just get the cart rotated without losing too much speed.
That's interesting. Are you trail braking or threshold braking or mix of both, Hassan?
I'm actually threshold braking like right to the limit. I've experimented a lot with the
Awesome. Cart to cart, it'll change as well. And because you're carrying a lot of speed into turn one, that's why you'll experiment. Should you maybe burn the brakes a bit more, trail brake, or if the cart is a bit slow and you just feel you want to get rotation, maybe go for a threshold brake. That's turn one basically. And then we've basically got, this is a really nice example. See, when we can do a split screen comparison, what's happened here, this is old footage, of course. Number one, your entry is tighter. And also, notice where you're turning. You're turning in actually quite early over here. Earlier you turn in, the quicker you'll reach the apex. But on exit, you get thrown out wide. And then you end up cutting this curve. Later turning, that's all I'd say. Basically,
and you can also go deeper. So
go
deeper. You look at the first, so you see the green line over there, the first one right next to the white one. You can go to the second green one as well. They allow that. And depending on, like, depends on like the marshal's mood. Like you could cut the last, like you could go over the rumble on the exit as well. They've never really said anything to me, but it just depends on how strict they are that day, or whoever is the race official that day.
So we got the long straight through the chicane, and basically you said it's this corner coming up now, this sequence, you're trying to improve on. So then we got the double hairpin over here. Double hairpin. This is quite a unique section because it's all about finding the limit of grip through here. Can you go flat? Can you go no? Currently, what are you trying to do through that section?
So currently, I've taken a lot of feedback from like professionals. They've said slow in, fast out is really key for this one corner. For the first corner of the hairpin sequence.
So coming up to the first corner, they're saying slow it down. What about the track limits? Are you allowed to go over the white line here?
Well,
in a race?
A arrive and drive session, but in races, you're not really allowed to go over the white line.
So if you're in a race, then you have to be something like this. And then look at that, the corner becomes tighter for you. So it makes sense, the slow and fast out, braking early. What about the apex? What are they saying to apex at?
The apex, late apex. Like you want to go as wide as you can into the second one.
Exactly. You want to have enough space. And is the second one flat out or is it a lift?
Normally, because of the speed of the carts, it's
flat out, right? Because you've just done your braking and then you're building up the speed. So you got a decent understanding already of it. If we go to the example lap with these guys, this is Shanook. Do you know Shanook? One of the Sri Lankan drivers?
Actually, I don't.
He's one of the fastest. He has a record. It's like a 107 something.
Rapid. Maybe we can even get. Okay, let's get. I believe this is Hamadi. We need a clear example of the upcoming hairpin. I think we'll get it over here. So this is.
I have a clip as. Sorry to interrupt. I have a clip as well of Hamadi coaching me and just telling me where to brake with like his hand. If you want me to share the link as well.
We'd love to see
on
that.
the academy.
it's all relevant to this this track. Yeah, let's just watch over here. So they're approaching the first hairpin. You can see they're trying their best to stay within those limits. I don't know if there's any marshals or anyone over here on this corner. Are you aware of that?
There's no one here.
Yeah, that's why you can just step over the limits a little, because technically the wider you can make this, the easier it will be for you. Yeah.
Sorry, but in this track,
Yes.
there are mostly cameras instead of like in this bit. There's a camera here on the pole right there. So yeah,
over here, you're saying?
yeah, somewhere there. It's mostly cameras.
That's well observed. So try to avoid getting caught. Early break. If you watch the driver in front going for rotation, he's then going for a mid to late apex. And as he comes out, not all the way to the white line, they come about 3/4 to this side. Then they immediately go back to the middle of the track. So from the outside, then you come back to the middle because you have to set up for the fast left. The fast left, if you notice what he does with number one, his entry. So he's about 3/4 now on the right-hand side of the track. Also, he's utilizing the body movements. He's leaning to the outside, probably keeping his foot pinned to the floor as well. And then just kissing that curb. Look at that. That's beautiful. So he's not riding completely on top of it. He's just going after the white line. And what that allows him to do is carry that speed on exit. And on exit, he just goes over the white line, doesn't really take too much of the rumble strip on exit, and keeps the kart on the right-hand side of the track. So one more time. Wide entry, and we're not really getting good slow-mo shots. So boom, just like that. This is probably his braking point. You'll see a bit of movement in the rear of the kart under braking. You can see how, look, it's already rotating, right? And actually, if you look close enough, his steering wheel, he's putting a bit of counter steer. So he's pressed the brakes really hard here. The rear end is stepping out. He's controlling that oversteer, trying to keep a neutral steer. And probably before the apex, back on the gas. Look how close he goes though as well to the curb. And that's one thing I wanted to ask you. How are you with the curbs? Are you taking a lot of curb? Are you missing the curb?
What I notice now is my line is actually very similar to his. So nowadays,
Excellent.
I'm actually taking just the right amount of curb like he is.
You're taking just amount of curb.
This corner is well, so the same thing happened when he was like in front of me and I had to follow him, but I talked to the other driver Hamid, who is a bit faster, and basically you're supposed to be like very, very late on the apex. So this is more of a mid.
Yeah.
You have to be like kind of parallel and very late to it, so you can open up the next corner because he's gonna go out wide here. If you play the thing.
If you see over here, I guess this is last year's footage when the track was new, so they're still trying lines. But over there you will. So Humayd's going for a later apex, later turn in, and ending up as much on the right hand side as possible. You're saying?
Yeah, and then it opens up the next corner, and if you get the next corner right or you turn in late, you have a lot of rotation. So when you're out, so when you exit this corner, you're going to be ahead of the apex by the time you're on the right side, ahead of the rumble strips by the time you're on the right side of the track.
Yeah.
Over there.
Wow. So you're going late over here.
Yeah.
And then basically, you can't really tell, but the rumble ends over there. So you just straight line it almost like that.
So the video I sent in chat has him doing what I'm talking about.
All right, let's just take a look. Then we'll come back to the end of...
I sent it in the chat. Yeah.
Got it. Let's just take a look at this, then go on to... Okay, so this is some... That's awesome. So just talk us through this real quick. What the drivers in front are doing? Is that
this is a normal? No, that's a normal arrive and drive session. So
Gotcha.
he's gonna come up in like 2 or 3 laps, and he's gonna overtake me. Yeah, there.
Awesome. This is some good footage. So it'll be interesting to observe, Hassan, how close to the line you've changed it now. Just based on this driving, you can probably tell things you're doing similar. And these are different carts, yeah? Or did they install this seatbelt thing?
This is arrive and drive has seat belts, and then
Okay.
in SWS they remove.
Yeah, he's gone for that late line. Beautiful. Just like you were saying then. So this time, he goes a lot deeper into the corner. Look how late he's going. Still not at the apex, still not at the apex, still not at the apex. Now he's at the apex. What that allows him to do is, as opposed to going off too wide, he's already on the right-hand side of the track. And he's literally flicking the kart now from right to left. How does your line look compared to this, Hassan?
So my entry into the first pin is a lot earlier in
Okay.
this.
Yes. And just thinking about it now, the last time you drove, are you still doing that?
Yes, I'm still doing that.
Okay. So maybe that's one thing we can try. Just go very deep into the corner. And you know, let me actually put the pen up over here. You can use visual references like this. So literally follow the white line. I'm going to follow the white line as much as possible, Don't come off the white line too early. And you can see how it curves at the end. That's a good time to then start coming off and turning.
Another good one is
yeah.
What I used before I left was that lamppost right before the apex on the left. As soon as it passes your peripheral vision, just brake and turn.
Beautiful. So is it no, not this one. This one.
That one. Yeah. So as soon as it passes, you're looking at the apex. As soon as it passes your peripheral vision, you just brake and turn.
Sorry, this one over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. You're right, because it's literally
because this turn is like you have to brake and kind of do a 180, so you can get the latest apex possible.
Gotcha. Maybe that can help you, Hassan. Have you tried that before? Have you noticed that lamppost on the outside?
I've actually not experimented with any of the lamppost references.
It can be hard at night because it's very dark.
True.
But, yeah.
It can help though. Maybe that's something you can look into. A final part which you wanted to go over, Hassan, was is it the S over here as well? The right, left. Yeah. Let's just watch how they're doing it during the training. They're basically coming out the second hairpin now. Let's just play this in full speed. Staying to the right. Opening up. Now this is the S. On the brakes, this one has that red line on track.
For this, you just have to brake where the tires are. As soon as they're right next, you just brake. There's going to be those tires.
Is that still there, Hassan? This reference?
Is there,
tires and red line?
That's still there.
Really
what I'm having trouble with here is how much should I brake here? Should I brake the hardest possible, or should I brake a bit less?
It's like 60 to 70%. It's like a hard brake, and just turn to enough to get your rotation.
It looks more flowing. So remember, this is not as tight as that previous hairpin, right? It's a bit more open, and also your entry. Here you can go comfortably over the white line as well, and it's slightly tight on the entry, but then it widens up immediately. So, are you trying to do slow and fast out over here as well?
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to especially hit the late apex on the entry.
Yeah. One thing I noticed, Saad, is he's putting his hand up early over here as well.
Yeah.
I guess
Over
did
here,
he-
you want to aim for like a more of a mid to late apex than a very late one, because you have a double hairpin and you have to
True.
open up for the.
So as he's displaying over here, he's going in, yeah, mid to late. And then as soon as you hit this apex, are you already looking ahead over here now?
I am.
Awesome.
And you also have to predict it. So before you get to the corner, you should be turning left already.
It's one of those, and it's flat, right? Through the
Yeah.
left. Awesome. Hassan, are you flat through this left?
Yeah, I'm flat out for this.
Perfect, perfect. So it's one of those which is all about timing. Get your braking done nice and early. Get back on the gas. Feed the gas just before the turn. Boom! You can see on Mazen's shot, on Saad's shot, that he's already turning to the left, and then he's back out wide. How much of this rumble strip do you have to take?
I usually take maybe 30% of it.
Yeah, similar to what they're doing in the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's excellent. This is some really, really good footage. What you should do actually is take a look at this and observe, because you've obviously got a quick driver there just showing you his lines. Have you driven with Humaid or Hamadi like this before, where they're taking you around the track slowly?
I've actually never been in a private session with them. I've only been in races where they were miles ahead.
So that's difficult. They're pushing, and then you're trying to keep up. Don't worry. As I said, it's all about experience. What lap time are you currently doing? 110s?
My laps are hovering around like consistent 111.5.
111.5s. Okay. And in these SWS races, what are the top drivers doing?
Well, the top drivers, it's differing track layouts, but in the arrive and drives, normally because you've got to stay within limits, they're doing maybe around 112s, and I'm very on pace.
Yeah. So there's maybe what, half a second or a few tenths?
Yeah, about maybe 3 tenths.
3 tenths. Okay. Yeah. As we've discussed today, that was quite insightful, because there's different things that you can apply in different ways to tackle these corners. When are you going to the track next?
Hopefully tomorrow.
Tomorrow, awesome. So perfect time to try and implement this stuff. How many sessions? Yep.
I'm gonna visit in December as well. So if you want to like race together, practice, I might be able to. I'm only gonna be there for like the last race of the year because I have exams and stuff. But I will be visiting home, so
then I
we
think
can race for sure.
I have a doubt about turn 1.
Okay.
So in that corner, what I do is I brake way earlier, and then like go out wide and focus more on acceleration instead of
okay.
Yeah.
Basically, turn 1, which is
my time is 1 minute 9s.
Okay. Same layout?
Yeah, same layout, but like I'm way lighter, so
interesting.
So
what are you saying about turn 1? You're going for an
so what I
earlier-
do is like I brake way earlier, like I brake at the end of the rumble strip.
Okay.
Or like in the middle.
Right.
And then I like drift off and then I just don't do. I wait till like the cart like settle down again.
Okay, that's very.
And then I start like getting on gas way earlier. Like exit is way better.
Very, very interesting. So basically, you're doing an extreme slow and fast down.
Yeah, I feel like because the exit I get is way better than everyone. Like
that's interesting. So you'll be braking about here?
Yeah, like a bit earlier, like between there. So
a bit earlier. Wow.
So it's very
that is an interesting line now. Hey guys, that's something you should try out.
That's possible as well, but like whenever I train with Hamid and all these guys, I always we always have weight in the cars for the SWS. So I had like I think 12 and a half in the cart, but the session after with Hamid was without weight, so I was braking way before.
Interesting. This makes this is a something you can try out, as Muhammad is saying.
'Cause
And
the
I guess
street is, like,
Muhammad,
very
are you,
large. Yeah, the street is like very big. So
yeah, are you coming all the way out? Or onto
yeah,
the
yeah,
green?
like I'm inside track limits though. Like even I
Gotcha.
will, so
But you'll be widening up then.
yes, yes.
Interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Are you planning to do a race, Muhammad, soon at Karting Town?
I did a race on with Hassan a few days back.
Ah, okay. So I was gonna say, do you guys know each other?
Yeah, yeah,
Muhammad?
yeah, yeah. Like I met him from there only actually.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, keep up the practice, guys, and keep up the updates about how your timings are getting on. Love to see if you guys can hopefully improve for the next sessions. Anything else before we move on to the next drivers?
Well, I think tomorrow, I will record a bit of footage, and at the end of the week, I'll join Track Help discussions
Make-
again.
And we got
One
Ohan
more thing.
as well from Karting Town saying hi. Do you guys know Ohan? He's part of Oregon Racing, the one of the endurance.
Yeah,
race.
I've seen him on the track.
Yeah. He's saying hi to you guys. See you in Karting Town. What were you saying, Saad?
One more tip is just look ahead. That's what helped me over here at these small indoor tracks. Looking
Simple.
ahead helped
Yeah.
me so much because there was like this academy thingy with an IndyCar driver that I paid
Nice.
for, and once I started doing that at the end, I kind of impressed him. I got like the fastest
Yeah.
time of the whole day.
Awesome. Well, where you look is where you'll generally drive towards. And you got to try that out on track. Just look and you're naturally going to drive towards it. So definitely. Guys, thank you so much for submitting your footage from Karting Town. I think it was a great chat. We'll have to move on to the next driver, which is Marcel. What's up, Marcel? You still there?
I'm still here.
Awesome. You got a couple of bits of footage to go through. I think first of all, we're going to start with your footage of Nico Hulkenberg.
Oh yeah, great.
Let's share that for everyone.
With
So-
some sound. It's in Dutch, and I was
you can do the live translation.
yeah, I was really shocked, but I was it was recommended by YouTube, so I thought, oh, well, I will watch it.
Why not?
Because I know he speaks Dutch really, really good.
So what's this interview about?
He's very young there, as you can see, and
Yep,
it's
definitely.
it's about talking about Formula One, Max Verstappen, but also they know that he speaks really good Dutch.
Okay. I didn't know.
And he is explaining how he started with karting.
I think we're coming up to the 37-second mark.
Yeah.
Dus bijna Nederlands. En dan ben ik begonnen met karting als ik 7, 8 was.
7, 8 years old.
Ja, die kartcircuit bij ons, Eefde, is alleen maar 30
Eefde.
minuten van ons.
Even. I did put it a few seconds back. Is he really talking about the same track I'm driving on or not?
That is amazing.
So
How do you spell Eefde again?
double EFDE.
WESTE. That's it. Yeah. Just to show everyone, this is the track Hulkenberg started karting at, and
As
Marcel
a little
is a
kid
very.
of 7 years old. Yes.
So, do they still have that? Like, was it owner carts he drove in, or like the public carts that you?
I thought I understood. It was first driving the junior rentals, the kid
Yeah.
rentals.
It was his kid rentals. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
but,
not an owner cart track. That's why.
it's mixed. It's mixed.
It's mixed. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you do get those.
Yeah, you can do 2 strokes, 4 strokes, everything you can drive there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's always.
It's not all together on track, by the way, of course. But
Of course. that would be dangerous. You had a clip that you shared.
Yeah.
For today, I'm just bringing that up for everyone to see.
Maybe everybody should mute his mic because I don't want to hear the laughter. It was really, really, really stupid.
Sorry, I closed my tab on the main screen. Are you still there?
Yes,
Yeah. Just repeat that. I missed what you said.
I said don't laugh too hard because it was really, really stupid.
Right, we got to see it. Is there a specific timestamp I'm going to?
Yeah, the 6 minutes is the best. That's my son in front.
Okay, this is a typical session from last week, I guess.
Last Saturday, yeah.
Nice. It looks so cold.
It was really, really cold. You can hear the strokes.
Ah, that's the noise. Okay.
Yeah, you can hear the two strokes.
So.
On the hour and half past the hour is rental, and in between they can go.
I think the next thing you got to do myself is get one of these drivers to let you drive their kart there. The 2 strokes.
My son is very, very good at driving, so I'm a bit afraid of 2 strokes.
You will enjoy that first experience.
And maybe there is a weight limit because
No.
no. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't think they want my 21 stones in their car. So I'm following that driver. I'm picking up much more speed on the exit.
Okay.
And yeah, I want to try to overtake him there, but I'm stuck. But it's a bit damp, and he slides a bit away. I hit him. No problem. But I want to make sure he's okay.
Yep.
And I thought I was on the straight line, and I just drove off the track.
Oh no! You know,
newbie.
It happens
really
to
terrible.
everyone. It's so funny. I'll try and show you something similar happened to me the other day like this, but you don't mean to bump them or whatever in the first place.
He knew he slipped, and he wasn't worried about it at all.
And then when you go to do the gesture,
yeah.
you took him off the track and yourself off the track.
Yeah.
Actually, he did well to not.
Yeah, he reacted on time. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
This was so funny.
That's worthy of a clip. No, that's.
I don't know. Just a few minutes, somebody said you have to look ahead.
I think Saad watched this video. Then he told us you have to look ahead.
Well, in the end, despite the circumstances, I just was 4/10 above my time, so I was really happy. Just not with it this moment, but
of course. So, how are the timings compared to summer now?
Yeah, it's mostly a bit damp or wetty. It's not really raining. You see the dry line already, but
yeah.
We started off at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was 5.5 seconds slower than my personal best. The second heat was just 1.5 seconds slower, and this heat I was 4/10 of my personal best.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the third heat.
Winter is not the most enjoyable time to drive, but you can do a lot of that experimenting with timings and, as you said, the different heats, compare lap times and stuff. Is there like a sprint race they're trying to organize or anything like that for regular drivers?
Yeah, they do. They have a Formula Championship, the Netherlands. That's not the top league, but the league below that.
Okay.
But it goes to the 95 kilos. But I'm really too slow to compete with that. My son is fast enough now, so he should and could compete.
Excellent. That's the next step, I think, because you guys do it so regularly. Just getting that experience of a race and then developing a racecraft, like the overtaking, the defending, dealing with pressure. That's really the next step. But plenty of that. Bumper cars it becomes sometimes, and it becomes very strategic with the different races. No, that's awesome. So, are you expecting any snow? That's the question.
They close the week before Christmas, and and they open up half February, so maybe some snow in February. But
right. And they open it in the snow, right? They allow you to,
yeah,
to drive.
yeah.
That'll be so good. If you can get some footage of that, that'd be amazing too.
Yeah. We have another track which is basically the same amount of time to drive to.
Yeah.
But it's up north instead of the east.
Okay.
But they are open the whole year, so we in the winter break we are going there.
That's excellent. That's excellent. Was there anything else, Marcel, before we?
No, it's not always. Oh, look how good I am.
Honestly, it's always a pleasure to have you here on the weekly lives. One of our most regular contributors, and your contribution is always appreciated.
Up to the next fun fact.
Until the next one, hopefully, Marcel, you can stay on the live meet or on the live stream.
I'll stay a bit here, and then I switch over to YouTube as always.
Perfect. We're gonna go on to Harry. Are you still there, Harry?
Yeah, I'm still here. I just got back.
Awesome. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything because we've just come to your footage now, and it's a long video actually. How did you manage to record so long on a GoPro?
No, so it's all my sessions put together. So then,
okay.
This morning I just put them all into like editing software and exported them.
Yeah, makes sense because no way it does 1 hour at 4K or whatever. 4K, no way.
It's going to take probably like a day to export.
Literally a day. And this is starting off with pre-event testing for Club 100. Just explain to everyone what Club 100 is and what race you're doing, really. Just fill us in.
So Club 100 is the highest level of arrival and drive karting in the UK. So they're like I don't really know Rotax engines on them. They're released quite a bit. So this is like the junior championship in Butmore Park. So this is Butmore Park. It's a very popular track. It's quite technical, and also usually it gets very cold. And so this is the first time that the karts have gone out since, I don't know, probably a month, and it was freezing cold. And these Dunlop tyres don't warm up at all, and neither do the engines. You see the BSR driver up ahead, his engine is still popping out smoke after
Yeah. And everyone's just struggling for grip as well.
Yeah. the grip doesn't come in for at least 2 laps with these tyres.
How does the format work? So you had pre-event testing and then...
Yeah, so the pre-event testing's optional. You pay for it. It's like £40 roughly. And then you get a practice for 11 minutes. Then you have a qualifying for 11 minutes. Then you have a pre-final for 11 minutes, and then a final for 11 minutes. And they're all split into 3 groups. So you'll have, look, for your practicing and qualifying, there'll be 3 different groups. And then all those groups will get put together for the finals, and there'll be A final, B final, C final.
Yeah.
And then like the top 2 from the pre-finals and normal finals in the C and B will get moved up to the next final.
Gotcha. So which final did you make it to for this round?
So my target was the A final since it was a track kind of close to home. But I only ended up making it to the A final because I messed up my qualifying. It was quite annoying. Since so kind of the groups aren't skill based and they're more random, you kind of get caught up with the slower drivers. So I don't know, 3rd to last lap, everyone in front of me started to battle. So I thought 2nd to last lap will wait. So I waited at this corner here. I went up, did my lap, started my last final lap, and then I messed up the final lap, so I didn't really get a good time in.
Gotcha. Then in your heats, I mean, we'll try and skip to what's a good bit of
racing. Maybe the final. The pre-finals footage was messed up a little bit, so it's right near the end.
Okay. So just talk us through how this race is going to go for. Oops. Let's just. Is it outlap and then rolling start?
Yeah. So this is a start here.
Let's go. This is it. Starting which position?
19th. I think 19th.
Okay.
I had a horrible race. I was doing very well. I was 7th at one point, and then we got put back into our old spots, which is annoying because it was a full start. So I ended up
Lots
7th
of
spot.
carnage, yep, into the first corner, lots of bumping, but looks clean so far. You got the inside line. For all these, there's some good moves you made, but then everyone else might.
Everyone gets back at you.
Yeah, everyone dives you down the inside there. Would you say you made up a couple of places now?
Yeah, I think I was 15th, around 14th, maybe more or less.
Amazing. Good start. People are going to battle up ahead. You can probably get a position or two. There we go. Good move. Are you aggressive on the first lap, or do you try to wait for the chance to open up?
At Buckmore, the first sector, I'll be on the inside for pretty much any corner that I can.
Yeah, someone's spun out there.
Usually the hairpins, people get greedy on the brakes and clear everyone out. And once I went from 12th all the way to 2nd just because of that.
Wow.
He literally just cleared the entire way for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because these carts, since they're used so much, they're all treated differently by different drivers with all different styles. So I mean, when you brake, sometimes the brakes have all the lifted
Look
out
at
there.
that. Yeah.
The carts don't have much. Some of them don't have much play in the brakes. So when I raced before at Raura, it kind of makes you all lose your confidence because in my pre-event test, I go into hairpin 1, and I immediately go into idle, and I don't have any sort of or you just lock.
Oh, right.
It's
How
not
was this
great.
car?
This car was actually pretty nice on the brakes. Into hairpin 1, it's usually lock braking, and it's quite nice once you get it right. I mean, I had a few car issues. If you go to the pre-event test, Dante was behind me. I think it's. Hang on, I'm gonna open up the video myself and try and find the timestamp. If you look around, it's near kind of the middle. It's where I spin out. It's an uphill corner. There you go. If you go back a bit, go back like 2 laps from there, maybe 8 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was this lap here. So I had Dante, the very fast driver behind me, pushing me when he was kart testing. I come up here, and
oh yeah, that's
very scary.
That is close. The way,
very strange.
You think it's you hook the curb over here a bit too much, and then that sort of threw you off?
It felt very weird. Maybe it's because Dante was planted right behind me and he kind of helped me round. But
okay. And you have like 4 guys coming on now, and you very conveniently just went off the line. Like that's
I just held the brakes. Didn't want to roll back. Didn't want to do anything.
No, that's the good thing. You didn't get hurt or anything. Nobody T-boned you. That's a horrible spot.
That ended up with my bumper falling off, and before that we had a stationary yellow for like 4 laps. So I never got any practice.
Oh, gosh.
Because I came in with a technical flag, got a kart change.
Yeah.
I had 4 laps in my new kart, and it was still cold. And I was second slowest in the session. I don't know how I managed to beat someone, but I mean, it was horrible. It wasn't really much practice, spending £50 just to not get any practice.
Just exactly a few laps. But the race start looks good. I mean, you're doing well.
I mean, conveniently, everyone wants to push you out of the way in Club 100. It's a basic kind of style. I mean, everyone complains about it and then does it themselves. It's quite funny. But I mean, I think loading, sometimes it can be very like kind of, what's the word, obvious.
Yeah.
But I mean, sometimes people just like go super slow in a corner and there's like nothing you can do about it. And that's usually the case. But still, it's quite annoying because whenever you're the person loading something, you're like, why are they going so slow? But whenever you're the person getting loaded, you're like so annoyed because it's putting you off.
You got the pack in front, 4 guys.
Yeah.
Are you going to battle?
Yeah. There's no working together in Club 100 unless you're. I mean, an example maybe like Benjamin Hamilton when he raced, in a 20-minute race. They didn't battle with Will Sparrow, because they both knew each other. They're both good mates. They raced there since they were 8. They know how it works racing.
Gotcha.
So they worked together for 15 minutes and they led the race. And then the last 5 minutes they battled with like I don't know, like 20-second gap or something.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. So they built up the gap and then they battled.
Mhm.
Everyone should take notes.
I think the only working together when
Yeah.
people are smart are when they're in the top two, because then
Yeah.
that means they both get promoted up, and there's no point of getting a win, especially in a pre-final.
True.
You get a trophy.
It looks like your straight line speed is not quite. I don't know. There. What did you notice? Or it was all right, average.
I mean, I'm not sure. I think they may have rebuilt the engines after and got them dynoed, because there were so many complaints at the race before, because Dante's their kart tester, so he has to put. So
Yeah.
when there's a low end issues reported, he has to put on an Alfano and test them.
Yeah.
And so sometimes there's extremely quick karts which are like going, I don't know, mini max or NT max speeds, and which they definitely shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But
No.
sometimes there's just karts that are so extreme off the pace, it's like horrible. But I mean, I think they got it right this time, because I never really heard anyone complaining about karts. Whereas at the other race, I wasn't even at the race, and I knew. I even got an email about it saying it was that bad. So, I mean,
Okay. Honestly, it's good for racecraft. This you're gonna get thrown around, bumped around, lots of aggressive drivers. But if you compare it to the first time you did it and now, how are you? How are your confidence levels and things like that?
I think before, first off, I didn't really have a driving style. I just did what I wanted to do, and also I was very scared. I didn't want to crash. I mean, I was like really like lock braking, and I was kind of just like, 50% on the brakes, making sure I wasn't crashing.
Yeah.
And like another thing was, because these things are run so rich and they're like, what's the word? Detuned so much. If you just stump on the throttle, it's like driving in the wet in the wrong sprocket. You just won't go anywhere.
Exactly. So the whole power band is different too.
Yeah, these things probably won't hit like 14k like a Rotax. They might hit like 10k down the straight. So,
of course. And there's that bit of a delay, and then you get the boost compared to rentals, for example.
Yeah, and they have different exhausts, obviously, as well compared to Rotax. They got the TCAM exhaust, which definitely tune the engines a lot more.
How does this compare to the D-Max then? Club 100 versus D-Max.
All the D-Max karts are completely different. I mean, like the old ones, I know that they were quicker. The Sandown ones definitely have a lot more bottom end.
Yeah.
If you get like that first sector right, you'll be like, you'll feel your neck slowly coming off. And I think the MK karts definitely have a lot more top end, but I've only driven them once, so I don't really know what it. No, it's no. Don't really know what it is. Yeah, he apologized to me after the race. So at least, I think like the MK karts, I never got to really compare them to the Club 100 karts, because I drove them on the old tires, and I never knew what a D-Max felt like before. So I don't know. And I got told it was a terrible D-Max as well. I got told it's the worst one in the fleet.
Oh no, it's not a great comparison.
But I am planning to do a 3-hour endurance there, but not in D-Max, because that's way too expensive.
How much is it? 3 hours D-Max?
Like £600. It's terrible.
Wow.
For everyone.
There's a D-Max tax. Let me tell you that much.
Yeah.
Automatically put 20-30% more.
Yeah, D-Max, they're very strict and very expensive. I think it's kind of robbery with some of their prices. Like a D40 in D-Max used to be £240. Like 40 minutes for £240 is Jesus.
Wow. That's with two strokes, whenever they have that, they always double the price compared to rentals. I've seen that different tracks in the world. It's not
so
only Daytona.
I think at Campillos you get a fully unrestricted. When I went to holiday to Campillos, you get like a fully unrestricted Junior Max. It wasn't like an owner chassis, but it was like it was like a Sodi. But it was like completely unrestricted. There was nothing done to it. And it was like I don't know, 135 euros for 3 sessions, 3 like 10, 15-minute sessions. Which, compare that to Club 100, is very good prices.
Absolutely. That's decent. So this race ended with you in which position?
I think 14th.
14th. So you made up a few spots, had some hard battles with people.
Yeah, I think I progressed a lot since like I did 4 like the experience rounds, and they're not as competitive. It's usually like a lot more people which are newer. I mean, why they let like, people that are racing the main championship in it.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of newer people, and I was usually near the top of that. But I mean, then you go to one of the main championships, and I came third in the C final, just barely.
Okay.
And then here is the B final, which is 14th, which isn't that bad actually. So I mean, it shows that I've slowly progressed across the year.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of happy with it, I guess you could say.
That is excellent to hear. And when is the next Club 100 round you're planning to do?
So I'm booked in for the entire season next year, except from Clay Pigeon.
Okay.
I'm at Silverstone, and also I'm happy because I don't really like Clay Pigeon. It's a very bad track. But yeah, and then I'm doing a test at Buckmore before. I'm booked into pretty much everything, and then they've split it up now, so it's no longer like a national championship.
Right.
It's now South Championship and North Championship. So I'm in the South Championship, and I'm in the reserve for the North Championship in case there's any spaces.
Oh, okay, perfect. So you could get some extra rounds in maybe as well.
Yes, it's just a bit of fun as well, because then I get to go to Glanny Gores and PFI, which is what I wanted ever to do, really, because they're good tracks.
Definitely. Let me know how it goes, Harry. Thanks a lot again for sharing footage. It's always good to see.
Yep, you're welcome.
Races you're on. Anything else before we move on?
No, I think that's all. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. We're going to move on to the last submission of the day before we go to Doruk. Anyone have any questions? Looks like YouTube is caught up. Dex, I did in the end, I believe it's Demeter, that's your name. And on Instagram, I need to check if there's any comments as well. Jacob, go ahead.
So I only wanted to say that I was wrong. My fastest time is 43.923.
Excellent.
So it's not the whole 44, but it's slightly under 44.
Yeah, 43. Let's try and bring that to 43.5. I think you can reach that.
Yeah, that's kind
even
of
even a low 43.
But
might be
the races
possible.
they use different cards. It's
right.
RT. So the RT8 for the public and RT10 for the races, I think.
Gotcha. Let me know how it goes, Jacob. Looking forward to that.
How what?
Let me know how it goes next time you on track.
How?
Let me know your lap time next time you go karting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can improve.
I think maybe I can join exactly the Sunday the race is. I think I can join then. So.
Perfect. Looking forward to that.
I hope I will be able.
Absolutely. Me too. We're going to move on to Doruk. Doruk, you still there?
Yes, I
awesome.
am here.
Thank you for your patience. As I said, we try to do at least 5 videos per session, but just based on who submits it first. So we're going to round off with this track in Turkey, and we got some off-board footage over here. Is this you driving?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to look closely. I don't think you have a helmet on. Is that correct?
Yes.
Wow, this is the first time I've seen a karting track where they're quite relaxed with the rules. You know, other tracks, they're very strict. You have to wear a helmet, you have to wear things. I'm surprised. These are very interesting cards as well that you've got. That's awesome. It looks like you're vibing. You're having a good time.
Yes, it was my first time. So.
And do they
know how to push the cart across turns or anything?
Yeah.
So I just braked on corners and pressed the throttle, break the throttle on turn. So I didn't understand.
You know, when you're learning a track for the first time, it's always important to number one, listen to the sound of the engine. Make sure in the corners you're not stopping completely, or you're losing all of that momentum, the revs. And also try and use all of the track. So as we said, on the entry of a corner, be wide. In the middle of a corner, you have the inside, the apex, and then the exit, just try to go back out. So this becomes a very smooth and flowing line for you to take. These karts, is these the only karts they have for driving, or they have some other ones?
These are the only rental karts they have, but
Wow.
they have professional karts too, but this is only for rental.
Yeah, professional karts soon, meaning you need a lot more experience before you go there, because it won't be safe, and you know, you won't enjoy the experience as much. Do they have helmets at this track?
They did, but they didn't. They didn't give it to us.
Right. I'll be honest. The helmet, and especially the visor, helps when you want to push. A couple of things: when you're trying to go full speed on the straight, and maybe there's some small rock or something that flies, it can hurt you. So it is a safety precaution. And also, you probably found the faster you try to go, the more you have to like close your eyes. I mean, you might have glasses.
I don't have glasses, so
Yeah. If you don't have glasses or something to protect your eyes, it can become uncomfortable and also dangerous. So helmet, definitely I would advise, and then push. Like, you'll feel a difference being open cart and then close the helmet. In terms of the lines itself, I just try and bring up the track. I search for it over here. This is it. Oops, not that. Yeah, this is it over here. Let me just share my screen. Let's just go over some lines that maybe you can try and implement. And if I'm not mistaken, just correct me. So you start the lap over here. This is the first corner, the right. You come up the hill. It's a right into a left. And then here you go right. Yeah?
yes. They don't. They close the top of the track.
Gotcha. So you go into a right, come into the end of the lap, and then you got another hairpin. So the corners are quite predictable. By that, for example, over here, this is a typical right-hand turn, and then it comes into a double right, or even a hairpin, you can say. You got a left right, which is a chicane, and then you got hairpin, hairpin, hairpin. So turn one, for example, the easiest way to draw the line here. Number one, what comes after turn one? Well, after turn one, we have a long straight. So we can draw 3 dots: entry, apex, exit. Entry, we try to be wide on the left-hand side. Apex, middle of the corner, is on the inside. And then the exit can be nice and wide because we got a long straight. When you connect the 3 dots, entry, apex, and then exit, if you look at how smooth our line is, that's how we want to drive. Now, depending in real life how it feels, if it's a very tight corner, this is quite a wide one, you might want to brake. Here, I don't think you need to brake. Maybe you can just lift off the gas. Do the same thing now for the double right coming up over here. So again, whenever I look at a corner, I first look at the exit. What comes after? Well, here we got, again, a long straight. So we don't need to worry too much about the exit. The exit can generally be here. First thing we want to do is entry. So he said you should have a wide entry. Now here there's 2 apexes. This is the first apex. This is the second apex. What you normally do in this case is you can either take the first apex, go wide, and then take the second apex, and then go wide again. Or you can apex in the middle and do something like this, where you miss the first part, and then you go for the middle, and then you come back out. Or you can do a late apex altogether, so you only touch the corner here, which means you go deep into the turn, you miss the first part, you miss the middle, and then you come late. Personally, just by looking at the overhead shot, you have enough distance between the two apexes to a double apex. So wide entry, apex 1, apex 2, and exit over here. So simply becomes something like this. Oops. Apex 1, come out wide, apex 2, and you have a nice flowing line like that. This corner, did you feel you have to brake out? Coming up
Yeah,
the
I braked at it, but after a few laps, I saw that the cars weren't fast up going the hill. They nearly reached the emitter. They didn't go that full speed. So I tried taking the corner at full speed, but I had to lift off the throttle.
You had to lift it off. Cool. What I recommend, if you're going to lift early before the turn in. So stay wide. I'm going to draw a dotted line. Lift, 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 lift. And then now, before the corner, get back on the gas. So the lifting is done very early. Think of slow in, fast out. We then have the final few corners coming up over here. This corner is interesting because it looks like it's a typical left-hand turn, but actually it's a new layout. So it goes left immediately into right. So here, what do I want to do? I want to look at the exit first. How does the corner exit? So the exit, as opposed to going all the way left, no, we go left and then right. So this is the big problem here. It looks like it's tricky. How can we go through this part? This is a chicane. It's an S section. Again, draw our entry, apex, exit points. The entry should be wide. The apex should be mid to early. You don't want to go too late here. And then you draw the second apex, which will be over here. And then you draw the exit here. The reason we want to take this line is because we have a wide entry. We can go early to mid and then immediately come from the left-hand side of the track back to the right, and you cut across the section. And from this point to this point, straight line. So it becomes a very flowing and smooth line. Are you braking or lifting over here? What's the situation?
I don't really lift here, but I brake a little before entering, then hit the gas. But crossing here, you have to use the road, and it's a very bumpy section.
Yeah, you can see the crossover here. That just looks like it's not smooth. Now, what I want you to note about the next three corners, they're all very similar. A hairpin turn requires a wide entry, a mid to late apex, and then a wide exit. So if we connect the dots, what we try to do over here is something like this. And in between, before the corner, you might want to do a bit of braking. Do that nice and early so you can get onto the gas before the apex of the turn. Same thing goes for the second hairpin. Let's draw our entry. Our apex should not be early. No, that's too early. I wouldn't even say mid. I'd say mid to late, so towards the end of the corner. And then your exit should be here. So when you want to go for a mid to late apex, you have to go deep in the corner and then turn at the last moment, cut across the track, and then come all the way back out. You can see a nice smooth line. And that sets us up perfectly now. Final corner, wide entry, mid to late apex, wide exit. When we connect the dots, go deep into the corner, sharp late turn, late apex, we get a really nice exit. You can see I've gone even over that. Any braking for maybe this corner, or this corner?
I had to brake on the first corner, but the middle one didn't need braking. It was very wide and I could take a full throttle. And the last turn needed a lot of braking because it's a bit sharp.
Yeah, that's a great observation. Tighter the corner, sharper the corner, more likely you have to brake. Wider the corner like this, less braking or even lifting or flat out. So different corners require different types of speed, braking or lifting. When are you going to go to the track next?
I'm going to go to it on 23rd of November.
Okay. And is there any like live timing or something like that?
No, there isn't a timing, but I got the timing out of the video. It's around 45 seconds on my best.
Nice. Well, if you calculated 25 last time, try to use these new lines we just discussed now. Hopefully you can get maybe 23, I expect.
Yeah, I didn't really want to risk oversteer spinning out and things because they didn't allow it, so they didn't. They said no drifting. Like if you spin out, that still counts as a penalty.
Whoa,
so,
okay.
they are strict on using the cars like a toy. So they are really cautious about that. So I tried.
Yeah.
I didn't really risk it, but after a few laps, I realized the cars weren't that fast, and their tires were new, so they could take the corner at much faster speed. So I didn't really try braking on most corners.
Yeah.
Generally, so.
I'm surprised they're strict about the drifting, but not strict about the helmet.
Yeah, and they have a strict rule for bumping. You
Right.
don't allow bumping to each other at all.
I think they need to start with the helmet rules first before the before the other rules. Honestly, you've got a good chance of going fast on this track. And yeah, let me know how it goes. Hopefully you can join another track help session in the future. And let us know with some new footage.
Yeah.
Was there anything else before we round off for today?
Not really, but the next time I'll try to get a headband for my phone so I can
definitely
take a video from the steering wheel and
Absolutely. I think it's a great point you made there. What I want to do to round off today's track help, just brief everybody about how to join the academy. There's a link there to join. Once you send a request, this is how we'll look up in mine. So Rohan has just requested to join. I'm going to click approve. Once you're approved, you're going to have the community tab. On the community tab, start of every week, there's a pinned comment called track help and the dates for that. So 9th and 10th. Saturday sessions are going to continue from next week for those who are in alternative time zones, probably East Asia side. Those who are in Europe or US, you could probably join the Sunday session. Just like drivers did over here, they've submitted a short description and some footage, a track map, and we go through it in first submit, first review order. We've also got a tab where you can introduce yourself. You can see drivers from all over the world have been joining the academy. So if we look over here, this is Doruk actually. It's nice to see that you've put some photos as well. This is you at the track. That's awesome. So Doruk, he mentioned he's from Turkey. He drives at this track. Hassan mentioned he lives in UAE. He drives at this track. Lots and lots of nice photos and videos you can share there. We've got the level 1 training program. This is really, really good for anybody struggling to improve their lap times at their track or learning a new track. Over the course of 4 weeks, we're going to show you a way to achieve your fastest lap time. We can guarantee that. That will be in a series of video lessons and one-to-one coaching at the end of each week. In that coaching session, we'll go over what you covered and plan ahead for the next week. And we can track your progress through your driver logbook. Once you complete the program, you're going to get a level 1 certificate. So that's always something nice to keep it as your portfolio. Additionally, guys, you can put questions. We've got Anak here asking about tire wear. We had Jackson from Australia asking if there's any races around. David was posting something about different shoes. We had a couple of questions about racing line and things like this. So this is the place to be. If you want to be involved with a global karting community, KTips Academy is the place to be. Best of all, it's free. So be sure to join the academy using the link on the KTips website. Until next week, guys, and Saturday at 6 a.m. GMT, I'll see you all next time. Take care. Good night.